the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
There's not a game they went into the last 10, 12 years under Nick Saban where they didn't go, we're winning this game. Do they have that? Can they keep that with a whole new regime down there? I don't know. I think that this is going to be a great case study for replacing a legend, which we all know is pretty hard to do. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
Speaking of head coaches here, what now that you've covered Heupel for going on 4 years, what's been the biggest change you've seen from Josh Heupel, the coach, from when you first met him and saw him as a coach to where he's at now with the program?
I think he's got a better grasp of coaching a game where it's not just about it's always all gas, no brakes, score down. I mean, the Alabama game, he went for it on fourth down a couple times. He didn't need to, but the A&M game, I'm not sure year one Josh Heupel plays that game that way at home and plays field position and punts the football. I think he's growing in game management in terms of when you're going to go and when you're not going to go. Not just go for it on fourth down, but when you're going to be super aggressive here or you're not going to be super aggressive there. I think he's trying to play a little more, quote, complimentary football because this league's – it's hard to line up. I mean, you're not playing in the AAC where the final scores are every week are 54-53. Now, you're not playing 10-7 games in this league either, okay? This league is not there where it was, a decade or so ago because of the growth of offenses. But I think that he's coaching games differently based on his opponent, based on where his defense is playing, based on what his offense is playing. That part of it, I think, is pretty interesting to kind of watch him grow. And play some field position type football. It's just in-game stuff that I think you see him coach a little bit differently in that way. I don't think personality-wise off the field or in the locker room with his kids, I don't think he's changed a great deal. I mean, everybody's had to adjust because of NIL.
No.
That's not just Josh Heupel. That's every coach out there is having to do that. But, the value, the understanding of recruiting, and that type of thing was always there, but I think he's got probably a better appreciation for it after having gone through, recruiting in this league because it's a different animal in this league than it is everywhere else. But I think for fans to see, I think the bigger thing is probably see him shifting a little bit in some game management situational stuff.
Interesting. How will it's early here, but based on like early returns and what you've gathered, doing more intel and research on Inge and Sims here as the new running back.
Nicely done, nephew.
Linebackers coach.
The Chase Thomas Podcast. Hell yeah.